Welcome back. This is Mr. C, your old school networker. Actually missed you guys. Looking forward to picking up on this series again. And so, of course, we are back with our enrollment process. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of training. And I tell you what, you're not going to be able to maximize this program if you do not take advantage of the training modules that are available within your program. You really want to learn your industry. Like anything you do, any business you get involved in, there's a learning curve that you go through that we all must go through. You really want to learn your company. You don't want a fly by night company. You want a company that's solid, that's been around a while, that's got some history, something that you can study and learn. And so, of course, these techniques will roll over into your prospects. And then, of course, you want to learn your product. The worst, one of the most embarrassing places to be is to not know your product. So learn your product. That way you can answer questions. Of course, you want to know what your compensation plan is all about. See, every company is different. Every compensation plan is different. And see, what works for me may not necessarily work for you. So understand your compensation plan because this is all a part of your learning curve. Now, we're not saying that this is going to be easy. Nobody's telling you that this is an easy journey. But what I am telling you is that you can do it. I know that you can do it because anybody can do it. Whoever settles down long enough to take the time to learn the industry. The challenge is that most of us have so much going on in our lives. We're such a busy society, we cannot seem to quiet ourselves long enough to learn the industry. So let me encourage you to settle yourself down, quiet your mind a little bit, take a little time off to learn your business, learn your industry. And I tell you what, success is definitely waiting for you if you are willing to do that. So now remember, guys, we are talking about our enrollment process, and today we're going to talk about the power of training and how important it is to plug into the systems and learn the systems that are available. And so I'm going to do a quick recap of the enrollment process. You know that training is everything, and then most companies want you to develop a list of names so that you can have prospects. This is your inventory. And then you're going to learn an approach and how to pique the interest of your prospect. And of course, edification is powerful because you want to speak highly of other people, highly of other things. That way we pull the focus off of ourselves. One of the most powerful tools we do have is the three-way call. And so we want to learn how to use the three-way call for conference calls, for prospecting calls, so many different. Get with your organization, find out what your team is using, and using what they're using as well. And one of the things that'll happen through a person-to-person three-way call is an invitation will take place, an invitation to a presentation, so that they can get a full look at our program. Remember, we don't want folks looking at us for the information for our company, but we want them looking at our program. And then at that point, we're going to do a close and we're going to do an application. We want to get them enrolled. Now, the deal is that the people or the team who take the most people through this system will actually win. Now, again, we are focusing on the training and the power of plugging into the trainings that are available. See, trainings are important because in those trainings you learn a system. And we know that systems duplicate, and you'll hear me talking about it over and over and over again. And if you're serious about building a massive organization, a massive team that's going to give you the freedom that you come here and that most of us have come here to acquire, then we've got to teach a system, something that will duplicate 50, 60, 100 levels or generations deep into our organization because systems do duplicate. And so when you use a system, the acronym for system is save yourself some time, energy, and money because systems are what duplicate. Talent does not. See, everybody doesn't want to do what it is that I do. Everybody doesn't want to do what it is that you do, but everybody can use a system, and so you want to keep it as simple as possible and teach people how to use these systems. Now, in order to create duplication, we have to understand the three laws of duplication. A lot of you have heard me say this before. Well, if I'm repetitive with it, it's because I'm trying to emphasize the importance of the three laws of duplication. The first thing you've got to do is learn your business. Training is everything. And yes, this will make you money in this industry, but you've got to learn it. And then once you learn it, you've got to be able to teach it, because you want to teach the simplest of systems, and this will begin to make you a lot of money because now you've created some duplication in your organization. But then the third law of duplication is to teach other people how to teach. So as you're teaching your people the systems that are in place, you're now working on teaching them how to teach others all at the same time. And oftentimes this doesn't happen in a bigger venue like a conference call, or it just happens in how you're teaching it and what you're saying to your new business partners. And this will give you the freedom that you came here to get. Now, when you get involved in anything, in any training, there's some qualities that we must cultivate. First, you have to have a desire. You have to know the reason why you're here, what your ultimate goals are, what your primary purpose is. And when you have that desire, when you know why you're here, then you can begin to relay that to the people that you're talking to, because we are in the people business, guys. Yes, we are selling products no matter what they are, but we're selling to people, and so we have to develop those relationships. And so it might not always happen as fast as we would like it to happen, but if you've got that desire, then anything you want is going to happen for you, because you're driven, you've got that desire, you see it, you know why it is that you're here. So find out what your why is. The second quality to cultivate is being coachable. See, we've come from all different walks of life, all different levels of success. We've done this, we've done that, we've won with this, we didn't win with that, but we continue to go on. But over the years and over time, we develop personality traits that oftentimes we come to believe in, because they have created an environment for our living. Their survival techniques and mechanisms that we learn and use. Well, you have to be coachable in this industry. You have to open your mind up to new ideas so that you can receive new techniques, new systems, new concepts, new principles. But if we're not coachable, if we think we know it everything, if we want to bring the success from some other company or some other industry over here, we're making it difficult for ourselves. So let me encourage you to be coachable, be open to those new things, because it will make a difference. One of the things we know about this industry, and oftentimes people think you have to be massively, massively massive in this organization, in this industry, but all you have to do is be consistent. If you practice some daily disciplines, most people come here, 99% of the people who come here are on a very part-time, spare time basis, looking to make some extra income. So if that's you, then it's about consistency. If you're here looking for a full-time career change right out the gate, well, it's about consistency. It's about practicing some daily disciplines. If you're full-time, your practice, your discipline is going to be a little increased versus those who are part-time. But remember, it's not about doing a whole lot yourself. It's about creating a system so that you can have a whole lot of people doing a little bit. And I tell you, that's where your success is ultimately going to come from. Be committed. If you're going to be consistent, if you're going to be coachable, and you have the desire, then stay true to it. Stay true to what you came here for. Be committed to your success, to your family's success, and it will happen for you. Last but certainly not least, take responsibility for your business. Don't allow anyone else to dictate your business. Don't wait on someone to help you build your business. Step out there, be resilient, be a problem solver, take risks, do some things, step outside the box, and you'll find the success that you're looking for. So those are the five qualities that are necessary for us to cultivate. Now, here's the deal, guys. Training in this industry, especially, it is about repetition. It's about hearing the information over and over and over again. And the worst attitude that we can have is to say, I was on that training, or I was on that call, or I don't want to hear it from this person, or I don't have any respect for that person. Well, those are the people with those types of attitudes who are limited in how far that they can grow. Now, they may have some quick success up front because of their pedigree, because of their sphere of influence. They may have some success in the beginning, but it will not create the duplication that's going to give you the freedom that you come here to get. Understand, there's so many different types of training that a 30-minute, 45-minute, 1 hour call, or a one-day super Saturday training, or a regional event, or a corporate national event is not going to give you everything you need. You have to stay plugged in. That's a part of that commitment. You have to stay plugged in. Get on the calls consistently. Learn the trainings. As you learn the training, remember, we're creating duplication. So as we learn the training, we're training the training, and then we're teaching people how to train the training. Very, very important that we do that. If you notice, there's jump start, quick start, fast start. Every company has its own name, but virtually it's the same thing. You to get you a quick paycheck, and then there's fundamental training, advanced training, leadership training, advancing your leaders training, national expansion trainer, and you know, every company has a name that it's called, but they're all virtually the same thing. So stay plugged in, get plugged in, stay plugged in. I suggest you plug into something every single day so that you can hear some new information every single day. So remember, guys, training is about repetition, and repetition, we all know, is the mother of all learning. Here's the power of duplication. I want you to see this. Let's just say, for example, you come on board and you get on board with your company, and it's just you. Well, you want to find 5 people that you can teach what it is that you know. And when you can teach those people, they will teach other people. And if you'll notice, it'll go. And then I'm just using 5. Every company is different. There's some companies who do 3, companies who do 2. There's different companies, but let's just use 5 as a norm. I suggest we go for 5 because if one drops off, it's not so hard to get one as it is to get 5 new. So go for 5, right? And then you get 5 and you teach them, and you'll see those numbers just continue to increase and duplicate, and you'll look back and you'll see, wow, look what happened to my organization because I simply taught a system and I didn't have people relying on me or anything that I brought to the table. So remember, guys, systems are duplicatable, but talent is not. You know, and when you can do this, this is where your freedom is going to come from, right? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. Remember, the team who takes the most people through this system will be the winning team. It doesn't matter the company or the product. It's the system that makes all of the difference. And if you believe in your product, all you know, half the job is done because people are going to buy in to your belief. They're going to buy into your energy, your excitement, your enthusiasm. Remember, guys, you know, knowledge and education is everything. You see, the greatest breakthroughs in our lives have come when we realize that we can learn anything that we need to know, that we need to learn to accomplish any goal that we set for ourselves. That means, what this simply means is that there's no limits to who we can become, to what we can do, and to what we can have. You know, throughout our history, I mean, it's not new that we've noticed that we've moved from manpower to mind power. It's no longer about muscle. It's no longer about being physical. It's about how strong we are mentally. You know, be a lifelong student, you know, because the more we learn, the more we're going to earn, and the more self-confidence we will have. So never ever stop learning. Try something different. Convince yourself that there are no boundaries, that you can do and be anything you want to be, because the reality is that intellectual capital is the most valuable of all factors of production. So be that student. Read 5 pages of a good book every single day. Something that's going to motivate you and inspire you, and something that's industry related as well. And I tell you, you'll look up in a year, you've read 20 books, and you don't realize you even did it. So listen, this is Mr. C, your old school networker. Thanks for hanging out with me. Looking forward to see you the next time.